Or do I? Yeah, 2 hours for us to raise money for the resident loan shark. Wait, is this working? Yep, says it's on. Okay. Okay, but how does Isabel even have hair to pull into a ponytail? Like, I'm confused. Is she just a really shaggy dog? I didn't think dogs could be that shaggy. Oh, what? What the hell is a bug off? Let's see what we got. That's weird. What does the character's mother even look like at this point? Did a locust just... I could have sworn... Oh, there it is. No. Okay, it died. Okay. Sometimes it decides it would rather drown than, Oh. And we totally missed it. Cool. Wait. Hold on. What is it? Oh, okay. So we could totally go to a mystery island if we wanted to. Do we want to, though? I don't know. I don't know if we do. It could be fun. Wait a minute. Huh. It disappeared that quickly? What? I don't know. Maybe? It looks the same from inside of Twitch Studio version 116.4. I don't actually know what it looks like on the... Oh, crap. I might have just run over a bug. I don't know what it looks like from the other end, sorry. Oh, you're trying to PS4 your account. Wait, so you got your PS4 back? That was way off. Yep. Nice. Well, I'm glad you got it back. Nice. He had the audacity to ask why. This man is unbelievable. I don't even understand him. I really don't. Where did I just see the water come from? Oh, here. Nice! So has he been moved out of your house yet? Because I don't think he realizes he gonna get moved into a grave if he keep acting like this. Well, that failed. Hmm. Where did it go? Ah, there we go. You were watching One Piece? Yes! Also, damn it, that guy's still with you. Mm. Just throw the whole man away. Just throw the whole man away. Just put him in a little man trash can. Also, which episode of One Piece were you watching? We are not. Oh! I thought we'd be too far away. Okay. That works. That works out in our favor. That's fine. Were you watching on Crunchyroll, by the way? Is it Crunchyroll? Mm, was it here? Yes, it was. Nice. Who's your favorite One Piece character? If you feel like sharing. Oh, so you just started. I did the fish already leave? Oh, no, I just couldn't see it. Yeah, it's not gonna go for that. Come on. Uh, fuck you too, fish. When you say forever, I am dreading how long that actually was because of how long One Piece has been active, so I'm just like, how long was your brother waiting for you? Oh, okay. Nice. Damn it. Haha! What do you mean the better question? I don't know that I have a favorite devil fruit. I certainly don't have one that I'd want. I don't know if losing the ability to swim is really worth it. Because they already have cool spiritual powers. You don't need magical powers too. Plus, you still get to swim if you don't eat one. Are you sure about that? Because I feel like swimming is a better ability to have in a world that's even more watery than ours. Also, hello, Katya. And Magic Hat, you said you had so much stress these past few weeks. You mean while he was holding your stuff captive? Or because of exams? Or. Because it was only recently. And now you can't log into your account. If you had kids' fruit, you'd make a bridge. That's a big ass bridge, though. Would you even have enough material? And wow, we're just having no luck with this fish. Come on. Oh, it's a thingamy. Ooh. I think Law's fruit's kind of cool, but I don't have the expertise to wield it, so it doesn't really matter. Deadass, if I had his fruit, we'd all be dead. I wouldn't know what I was doing. A butter churn? Really? Float on top of the metal and reuse the pieces? Well, that's certainly inventive. Let's open our presents. I'm okay. The pain didn't really go away, but it lessened, so lessened to a bearable extent. There we go. Hmm. I mean, wouldn't you be able to tell the difference? Is it just me, or do the smile fruits look slightly diseased? They look like they have apple. No, I can't say that anymore. Apple smallpox or something. I don't actually have online right now. Still, I know we've been talking about it forever. And if you haven't seen the show, then I don't know what to tell you, honestly. Although, as you have so astutely named it, it would look like they have apple pox, which is why I did not want to touch them. I mean, to be honest, I probably wouldn't have touched a regular devil fruit because they kind of look like sus. Like, I guess they are, in actuality, very sus, but they just look. I don't know how to explain it. Just very dodgy. I don't know. Like, I'd be afraid of getting food poisoning, so I don't know if I'd want to eat it to begin with if I wasn't in the know. You know what I mean? Like, I'd be thinking, like, am I gonna get some weird tropical disease if I eat this? I'd be scared. Yeah, I don't know about everyone else, but I would be very leery of putting random shit in my mouth, just saying. You don't really know what it is or where it came from, so why would you put it in your mouth? Honestly, I don't even know how he managed to eat it. But you were talking about someone who doesn't know. If I wasn't in the know, I would definitely think I was about to be poisoned. If I was in the know, I don't know enough of them by appearance for me to confidently be like, oh yeah, that one. You know, I only recognize like 3 to 5, and that's not enough for me to be confident about just eating any random fruit. Especially since you're apparently stuck with it. Huh. So, quick question. This is more of like a philosophical, theoretical, whatever, but the power is supposed to like reincarnate into another fruit and like transfer to someone else once you die, right? So, if you had someone stop your heart for a few seconds or even up to a minute and then like restart your heart, would that be enough for you to no longer have that power? Like you actually died, your heart stopped, but then you were revived later. Would you no longer have the power? Can you imagine someone just trying on fruit powers like outfits? They just have someone stop their heart for a minute so they can get rid of it, just purge it out and get the next one. Uh Huh, nice. I, I was about to say I know there's a hole in this fence. Well, at what point does it transfer to someone else then? At what point after death? An hour? A day? If your heart stopping isn't enough, at what point does it transfer? Does it only fully transfer once someone else eats it again? Like, how does this work? Because if he restarted his own heart, I don't know why I'm trying to work this out like I'm some fickle bitch who's trying to try 50 fruits, but I'm just curious. So what you're telling me is that the power slash spirit of these fruits are more loyal than some people's boyfriends and husbands? They literally stay with you till you can't be revived? That's what your explanation is? Holy shit. Huh. I don't know how to feel about this. Some nebulous fruit power slash spirit is more loyal than some people's spouses. What the hell? What the fuck? Ah, mystical fruit power slash spirit is more loyal than actual humans. I don't know how to feel about that. Also, I don't know what to tell you, Magic Cat, except potentially to direct you to several, curses. I don't know what to say. I mean, I know what I would do, but you probably wouldn't do it, so not helpful. Like, personally, if I thought it was something the gods couldn't help with, I would try to do it myself, or find someone else who is willing to do it. But I know you don't think like that, so I don't know what to tell you. Oh, it's further away than I thought. Okay. You don't know how to get your account back. I'm not entirely sure what you did. Because you said you blocked him, but I don't understand why that would block your access, so I was kind of confused. I guess I don't really know what you mean. You recommend crying, eating ice cream, and binging One Piece. I mean, wouldn't binging One Piece actually make you cry, since there are parts of it that are so sad? Ah, One Piece is so good, but parts of it are so unnecessarily sad, and I'm just like, we could fix this shit. This is why Fix It Fix are written. Eh? Hold on, let me reply to my friend. I think they're. Oops. That is not English or even Spanish. Okay. You wouldn't be sad, you would laugh. Wait, what do you mean? Hold on, I probably missed something. You said you spent dumb money on it, Magic Hat. I mean, is it just an issue of you changing the password? Did you delete the account? Did you deactivate the account? Like, I guess I'm confused why you can't get it back. I mean, there are several tragic stories in One Piece, but yeah. I mean, luckily the narrative as a whole isn't sad. Some people just have some really tragic backstories. Like Law. Oh, I do have seaweed. Good. I don't particularly care about seaweed. Bye, seaweed. So, I mean, they have a long arm tribe, what was it, long leg or long neck or some shit. They got three-eyed people, they got fish people. I mean, what does donut people have to do with anything? The rest of the shit's still sad. Well, not everything, but like specific things. Like, it doesn't erase that. There's also an elephant with abnormally long legs that have traumatized me to this day, but are also kind of comical. I don't know. The elephant's legs just weird me out. They're way too long. I don't like it. Ah, they're just abnormally long for no reason. Well, I guess I wouldn't say for no reason, because I suppose the species just has long legs, but it's just so weird. I mean, some of the comedy in One Piece is literally just Luffy being like, hey, look, I'm a rubber person. Although, as you find out later, he isn't quite a rubber person. It's like, ah, not quite, Lou, not quite. Close enough, though. Interesting that D-Clan members are either really, like, they have a really comical story, a really tragic story, or both. Very fascinating, actually. And then there's Garp. I don't know, he's pretty comical. I mean, I don't respect him, but he is funny at least. Damn it, I did it too fast. Oh well. Come on. Ow. I have no idea how some of this has migrated up to my neck, but I'm not appreciating it at all. Ugh. Huh. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, obviously I don't actually want to bury it. I just want to... There we go. Hmm. There are some weird ass devil fruit powers though. Like, isn't there one that just lets the person like fold you like clothing or something? Something weird like that. I don't even remember because it's been a while. And I'm not fully caught up on everything. Well, I've heard spoilers, but I haven't watched up to a certain point. What the hell is this? Oh, good for us, I guess? Wasn't quite sure what we caught at first. No, I'm not talking about the jacket one. No, if I meant that one, I would have said that. I'm not talking about that one. Then there's the one that turns people into toys. For no reason. Like, it's just specifically turning people into toys. For literally no reason. And then there's... What's one of the other weird ones? The guy that just eats shit. Like, that's it. That's the deal. He just eats whatever he wants. Um... I don't really know how that's useful, except potentially from saving you from starvation. Um... What's another one? Hmm. God, what was another weird one? I know there's another weird one. Well, I remember one of the ones it's not technically considered canon because it was in a filler episode, but it's actually really tame for a devil fruit where it's just like, "Oh yeah, she can talk to animals." And it's just like, "Oh, she can talk to animals?" Like that's one of the most tame powers I've ever heard of. Cuz sometimes they just be wild shit like, "Oh yeah, you control strings," or you can eat anything, even though it's kind of a useless power, it's still kind of wild. But hers is just like, no, she's like, what's her name? Liza Thornberry or whatever. She just talks to animals. Like it's just so tame in comparison to the weird shit some of them do. I mean, technically she's not a child anymore, but it made her eternally young. I mean, she can still die, but she'll never age. Which means technically she won't die of old age, but, you know, she dies like everyone else if you like stab her or something, so. Oh god, no, there's I remember Alvida's made her skinny because somehow I don't remember how they justified this in universe, but basically it was a fruit that made her slippery, and somehow that makes her skinny, I guess because her fat sloughed off or something, which sounds both weird and insulting. I don't know. It was just really they just treated that really weirdly. Buggies is actually kind of basic, even though you could do a bunch of weird shit with it. Like there's definitely like 80 ways you could prank someone with it. But it's kind of basic. I mean, he splits apart. Whoop-de-doo. You know, it's like, okay. You split apart. Good for you. I don't know. It's kind of plain in a way, even though you could definitely do weird shit with it. It does, but how do they justify her becoming skinny because of it? It doesn't make sense. Also, the one I listened to, they called it like the slip or something. I mean, I suppose that's more or less the same thing, but just saying. I don't understand how either translation justifies her becoming skinny over like the course of a week. Homegirl was like 300 pounds. And no shade, no hate. I just don't understand how they justify her losing all of that literally overnight or at least within a week just because her fruit makes her slippery. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, are they saying her extra weight literally slid off of her? Because I feel like that would just equate to her skin sloughing off, which is not cute. Like, it just doesn't make sense. I guess if you made it more scientific, you could say that the fruit makes her lipids turn into slime, which is how she can glide over things. But that's still weird. Like, do we understand that this is weird? It's not particularly useful in certain contexts, but that doesn't mean that it's useless. But at the same time, it's just very weird. It's one of the weirder ones. Not that any of them are normal or whatever, but I don't know. I mean, people expect elemental powers. They expect, like, earth, fire, water, air, whatever, like fucking Avatar. They don't expect, oh yeah, it makes you slide over everything. You glide. Like, it's just a little weird. Just a little bit. I've actually seen a lot of things use gravity. Like, for instance, in MHA, there's that zero gravity quirk. Like, I've seen people use gravity as a power, but just the fact that, like, how do you justify all of her, all of her, like, it just doesn't make sense unless you say something like, oh yes, the lipids that would be stored in her body end up being used as lubricant. Like, okay, that makes a little bit more sense. Sounds like a more of a sci-fi thing than an actual science thing, but at least it makes sense in that context because you've justified it through sci-fi to explain how it happened versus just, oh yeah, she got skinny. So like they just didn't really explain how the logic works. They're just like, "Oh, she's slippery, so she's skinny now." And it's like, "Eh?" Like if you had told me like her lipids are converted into a slippery lubricant, I would get it. Like it would make more sense. But they didn't even try to justify it. At least not in the anime. Maybe they went more in depth in the manga because I didn't read the manga. But like I feel like they could have gone an extra step to justify it in a way that made sense. It's like it wouldn't have killed you to like explain it in the way I just explained it, but instead they were just like, "Oh, she's slippery, so she's skinny." Like if they had literally just gone a step further and been like, "Her lipids are converted into a lubricant that makes her slippery." That makes more sense than just she's skinny cuz she's slippery. You see what I mean? Like they just it felt lazy. They just didn't explain. And again, maybe they explain in the manga, but in the anime, they sure as shit didn't. They're just like, her being slippery made her skinny and stopped there. I have feelings. I have feelings about these things. I have opinions. I'm just sitting here like, they could have executed this better. I'm also curious how she's not constantly naked because if her fruit makes her that slippery, shouldn't she not be able to wear clothing? And even if you're like, oh, it's not a passive ability, it's an active ability, she can turn it on and off. Great, cool story, doesn't actually explain how she keeps her clothes on when she fights. You know what I mean? I would absolutely question a swimming devil fruit because shouldn't water cancel it out? I would have to question a water devil fruit as well, honestly. Like, just like you control water like a fucking waterbender. Yeah, I'd have to question that as well. But yeah, I was literally just like, it's not like I want her to flash everyone. I'm just literally sitting here like, if she's so slippery that she can do all of this, how is she not constantly naked? Because even if it's an active versus passive power, because a passive power is one that you can't actively turn on and off, even if it was active instead of passive, would her clothes not slide off as soon as she activated it in a fight? Like, it doesn't make sense. Even if something's like crazy and wild and wouldn't make sense in our world, I need you to make it have some kind of internal logic, at least for its own world. And it doesn't make sense if she's slippery for her clothes to stay on. Does that make sense? Wait, it is passive? That's worse! That's worse because how does she stay clothed if she's passive? If it's passive, if it's a passive ability, which basically means it can't be turned on and off. If it's always on because it doesn't have an on off switch, then how can she stay clothed? More importantly, how can she sit down? How can she lay down? How can she lean on anything? You know what I mean? How can she comb her hair? How can she take a bath? If she's that fucking slippery, like it doesn't make sense. Do you see what I'm saying? Like if it followed its own internal logic, if they explained it some way, exactly. How does Luffy's clothing stretch? Like if it was MHA, it would make more sense because they could just give them an outfit that had used their hair so that it had their DNA woven into it and it would move as they moved. But it doesn't. Their clothes are just their clothes. I mean, I guess you could also ask how Ace wasn't constantly naked since he has fire powers and wouldn't that burn his clothing off? Maybe your DNA or anything contaminated with or touching your DNA is exempt from it? You see what I mean, though? How it needs to make sense in some form or fashion. Obviously, it doesn't make sense in our world because no one has fire powers in our world. But if you're talking about a world with fire powers, there has to be a logic to the fire powers. There has to be a way in which they do and don't work. So I'm just trying to figure out the logic. Because there has to be an internal logic, even if it doesn't make sense in the actual real world. It needs to make sense in its own world, or else it's just pointless. It has to have its own logic. It has to follow some kind of rules of its universe, you know? And of course, I'm thinking about all of this. I'm not just some dumb 5-year-old who's sitting staring with glazed eyes at a screen. You know, I think about these things. You said, how do Sanji's pants not burn when his when his feet are on fire? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, these are the real questions. How does Buggy's outfit split with him, for instance? This is why I came up with the theory that it's not just anything containing your DNA, but anything that has been contaminated by your DNA or touched by your DNA, because you would sweat into your clothing, for instance. So maybe that's enough? I don't really know. Okay, Magic Cat. Um, I'm sorry that you're having to deal with that. I don't really know what to tell you or how to fix it. I just hope it improves. Maybe see if you can call some kind of support line or email a support line. I don't know. Wouldn't Luffy's blood be stretchy, you say? I don't know because it's a liquid. Because on one hand, like, humans are made up of over 75% water. I think it's closer to like 90% or something, isn't it? So how can he stretch it all? But obviously he does, so that begs the question of can liquids stretch? And if so, to what extent? I mean, maybe it's different because the other liquids in his body are inside something more solid, more rigid. I don't really know. I don't think his blood is stretchy because it's a pure liquid with no solid protection or structure, but I'm kind of just making up like sci-fi logic because I don't really know why it doesn't work that way. It's like I don't really know why it doesn't work that way, but you're right that it's weird. Do you see what I mean? Like, I know you're not supposed to question some things because if you do start questioning it, it falls apart in 2 seconds. But this is what I mean when I say, like, I like for there to be some kind of internal logic and for it to make sense and be consistent. Also, you tried and did you not get a response or something? Huh. Okay, well. It lets you swim on land. Hmm. So, does that mean you're just flying at that point? I mean, isn't flying just swimming through the air? Isn't swimming just flying through the water? They're not really that far removed from each other if you think about it. Oh, through the ground. Only through the ground or through any substance that's not water? Because I also feel like people's use of their fruit is hampered by their understanding of their fruit. See what I mean? Like, for instance, is someone swimming through the ground because that's the only application or because it's the only application that they can think of and that made sense to them? Because I often feel like people's devil fruits are, and their use, are hampered by people's understanding of them, and their imagination. Like, for instance, most people would argue that Luffy's original stretchiness power is objectively useless. But Home Slice made it so objectively useful that I don't think anyone is saying that anymore. Exactly, yeah, Cookie Cat. He wouldn't be strong if he didn't think of all of his moves and techniques. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I feel like people's understanding of their fruit can hamper their use of their fruit. The better you understand it and its properties and its applications, the better you can use it. Which is why even something that technically looks useless can be used to do incredible things. Think about Doflamingo, think about Luffy, because objectively, some people might think their powers were useless. But they're not, because they understand them and they know what they're doing. Mm. You'd use it to grab your TV remote? I can't. I mean, you certainly could use Doflamingo, Luffy, or even Buggy's power to just turn on the light switch across the room or grab your remote. But, depending on someone's understanding of their fruit and its properties, they can do some really wild shit. Excuse me. I'm just saying. For some of these people, even the ones with quote unquote useless powers, I think the only real thing holding them back is themselves. Yeah, I mean, fuck having those clap on, clap off lights. If you had Buggy's power, you could just send one of your fingers across the room to turn the light on and off. You'd never have to get up to do anything again. You could just send one part of your body to do it while the rest of your body relaxes. Hmm. I mean, think about it. You could, well, you probably couldn't be unconscious, but you could lounge around while your hands made dinner, or while your ear listened to your aunt rant in your ear, or something. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of dead useful for all kinds of things. Or even if your fruit power is literally just that you can mend anything you touch, do you know how useful that is for closing wounds or mending your clothing? Because most people aren't going to run around ass naked, so you need your clothing. And or you need wounds to be closed, for instance. So those things, or even just mending the fucking sails, you know? Like there's so many things that that could be useful for. See what I mean? Your brother stole your hands. Rip. I'm just saying, even a quote unquote useless one, very useful if your understanding is not hindering your usage. Just saying. Right. That's funny. Honestly, Buggy's power is so underrated as far as what he could be using it for in terms of like spying. Like, you know how Robin, for instance, can make a bunch of like, she could just make ears and eyes and shit, and Buggy could literally just leave one of his ears or eyes somewhere and just eavesdrop on people. Like, I'm not fully caught up. I don't know if he's doing that yet, but he could be. He could be an excellent spy, if you think about it. Okay, I wasn't thinking about him being a peeping Tom. I was thinking about him, like, being a legit spy. Like, just think about how useful it would be for spying, you know? Or, there was a guy, I don't remember if it makes him transparent or invisible. But if he wasn't so caught up in being a pervert, he could literally be such a good spy slash assassin. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's only as useless as the person it's given to. If you understand its properties, or if you have a good imagination, or both, there's so much you can do with almost any of them. Just saying. Almost any, because there are a few that really do just seem objectively useless. But that's not tons and tons of them, so. What's the plushie look like? Aw, it's kind of cute. I don't have room for it right now, but it's kind of cute. Hmm. I'll just go sell this and come back. That's fine. I don't know, but I see that addressed a lot in fan fiction because I read a lot of fan fiction, and I have over the years. Like I've seen so many people who were like, "Oh, we can just give her a suit that's been integrated with her DNA." Like they'll use her hair as part of the fibers or as all of the fibers. They just use her hair, weave it into the fabric, and then she has a suit that disappears with her. Like, that's definitely something they could have done in canon. I haven't gone through all of canon, so I don't know if they ever did that or not, but I just know everyone always has a bone to pick with her first suit, where they literally just give her shoes and gloves. Like, what the fuck? It's just so stupid and irresponsible and dangerous, and she could have died! She would have no protection. Like, this isn't even about, like, decency laws or whatever. It's literally about the fact that she has no protection from any serious hits. Hello, Meow Queen. Good, I'm glad you're alive. Like, it doesn't make any sense with all their support equipment that they couldn't have come up with some kind of workaround for her. But also, yes, more cat people. Although I don't think I've seen Meow Queen before. Honestly, I wouldn't have. If I hadn't already changed my brand once, I would probably change it to be Insomnicat just so that we could have a bunch of cats, but it's whatever. Dino Dance Party. Why do they always send me these weird notifications? Dino Dance Party? What are they talking about? Whatever. Anyway, let's sell all this. Ah, I'm sorry that it may have just been a while. Unless you changed your name, but most likely it's just been a while and I didn't remember. But yes, there are a lot more cats. I think there's another cat person too, which probably sounds weirder out loud than I intended. Ooh, 50K. Nice. Hmm. You're changing what? Your screen name, Magic Cat? Or is this about your account? Also, I see that you came back. Oh, we didn't sell the muscle. Oh well, we'll sell it next time. I thought I clicked it, but maybe I didn't. Oh, crap. Okay. Welp. Uh, let's shake down this particular tree. Don't remind you it's a bad dream. Okay. Definitely nothing distressing happened that you should ever be distressed about. Definitely not. Capitalism? I don't know. Huh, I knew a Sophie in college. Okay. I think I got all of them. Hmm. Well, oh. Sometimes it just be like that. We just made a net, so we need to make a fishing rod. Okay. Well, you said something about all of them being toxic, didn't you? Oh, joy. You, you really struck out, huh? You might need a new friend group. Just saying. Excuse me. Wait, what? Hold on. Because the last thing Magic Hat said was about holding a teddy in peace. And then. Ah. Cookie Cat just said that like it's common for your friends to be like that. I mean, it sounds like it is common for her question mark friends to be like that. To be not great for her question mark. Aw, which teddy bear? Oh well. I was like, oh, there's another one. Can't get to it. Joy. No, actually. There we go. Whatever. One, two, three, four, five, six. Okay. Not bad. Nice. Sorry. Uh, Wait, hold on. You thought which one of us was talking about Animal Crossing? I mean, technically, weird stuff comes. Well, not necessarily weird stuff, but like unrelated to Animal Crossing stuff comes up all the time. Like, we just spent like 30 minutes talking about One Piece, so I'm just saying. There we go. Oh, you thought Meow Queen was talking about, oh, like island residents? LMAO, I don't think so. I think Meow Queen was talking about real people, unfortunately. I mean, only if you feel comfortable. But I'm just gonna pick up all these. I mean, to be fair, I don't know all of the people who can stay on islands either, so it's an honest mistake. I mean, it honestly depends on what the subject matter is. Like, are there any obvious, like, I don't know, trigger or content warnings? Yeah, exactly. And 2 minutes about how the Invisible Girl at MHA is exactly. They really could have given her a DNA integrated suit. Like, fanfiction literally provided a solution. I've seen so many people do that. Or failing that, they probably have technology to make something turn invisible, so why not just give her something that she can turn a switch on to make it invisible too when she needs to be? You know, like, there's multiple solutions. Or if it didn't matter if she was invisible, then they could have just given her a regular ass outfit. Who cares if the outfit's visible? She doesn't have to stay invisible. She doesn't have to use her quirk in fighting. It's not like it helps her fight anyway. Well, she did eventually you learn to like refract light, but like in the beginning when she was just invisible and didn't know any better. Oh fuck, I probably should have given a spoiler alert. Well, anyway, in the beginning when she was just invisible and didn't know she could do the whole light refraction thing, it's not like she was fighting with her invisibility anyway. Why the fuck did they care if people could see her? Like it was just stupid. Not to mention the fact that they could see her gloves and shoes anyway, and that sure as shit wasn't giving her enough protection. Like it was just kind of stupid. Okay, hold on. I missed like 8 messages, so my character is just gonna stare into the sunset like she's traumatized while I catch up. Oh, that's dark. Um, w- I mean, do you mind if we talk about something else? Also, I love that Magic Eye has come back to say that she would smash Sachi. I love that. Okay, moving on. Taking off shoes. Well, I just don't know how graphic and distressing you're going to make it. Because I don't know about the others, but I was a victim when I was younger. So I don't really like seek that out. uh, mm, I survived a lot of shit when I was younger. I did not have a normal childhood. Or at least I suppose child abuse has been perpetuated as something that's normal when it shouldn't be. So I suppose I had a normal childhood in that sense, but it was definitely not a good childhood. I'll say that. Oh shit, now you just feel bad for us. I'm sorry. I mean, I personally try not to go into details just because I recognize that a lot of what happened to me would probably be very distressing and triggering for people, so I just don't share details. Uh, it wasn't the greatest. Understatement of the fucking century, but it wasn't the greatest. I'll just put it that way. I feel like that's the G-rated version of the entire debacle, so it wasn't the greatest. Wait, you hurt your arm? When? Wait. Wait, I only have 4 slots? Oh, that's gonna be interesting. Come on. Come on. Yes, what is it? I mean, when I was eating dinner last night, uh, me and my husband were sitting side by side, and he bumped my arm. Like I was trying to put food in my mouth, he bumped my arm because he was reaching for something, and it knocked my arm off course and made me stab myself in the chin with the fork. So that was fun, but I'm okay. So we all had stupid accidents recently. It's okay. Don't feel ashamed, Cookie Cat. At least you didn't get stabbed in the chin. I'm trying to make you feel better because I feel like that's. I'm offering an embarrassing story to make you feel better. I'm not trying to make it about me. Wait, you heard it 2 different times? Okay. Ah, shoulder and wrist. I mean, honestly, I would just assume you fell and that happens to everyone, so I'm not gonna clown you over it. And the slots are filled up already. Okay. Um, Luckily I have seaweed, and that's always the first thing I throw out when my bag is full. No! So Magic Hat said, I bumped my head on the desk and had a swollen spot on my head. It felt like I was about to grow a horn. Why is everyone hurting themselves this week? Oh my god. I'm gonna cry. Um, you were pissed off having a bad day, so you hit your fan to release anger and hurt your wrist. See, we all have silly accidents. There's no reason to be that embarrassed. Magic Cat gave herself a horn, I got stabbed in the chin, and you punched your fan. See? We're all silly. It's okay. Physically fine, you mean? Yes, you're physically fine. You're the only one who hasn't been injured recently. Ah! I think I also closed my finger on the closet door last night, so that was fun. It's a little swollen, but it's alright. Next day, you hurt your shoulder by playing Nintendo Switch bowling all day. Okay, but see, that's an exercise-related injury. That's not silly. That happens to everyone. I hurt my knee last week from running too many days in a row, so. Ah, yes, we are indeed all, having an interesting time mentally. I mean, I think we're all sane. We just have varying amounts of trauma to deal with. So that's fun. And by fun, I mean terrible. Now your entire arm is useless for the day. I mean, do you think you could stretch it out a little? Like, could you do some stretches? Would that help? You're waiting for the day you go nuts? What? Why? You said no, stretching is when it hurts the most. I was just thinking that if you were able to stretch out the muscles, that they might feel better faster, but, you know. Girl life has been beating you up. No. No. Besides that bump on the head. Delay the day you Dang. True, bottling up your emotions isn't particularly healthy. What's expensive? Punching a fan? I mean, why can't you just punch something cheaper? You turn anything you can into a personal punching bag. As long as it's not a person or an animal, go for it. You said why not a person? You have a guy on the list. Uh, cause if it's a person, you. I mean, is it someone that deserves it? Cause doing that to random people doesn't really feel fair. Well, I don't really know what to say. See, piles of blankets and pillows. See, that's a safe thing to punch, assuming there's nothing underneath it. Exactly. Oh, excuse me. I have to stretch. Hold on, I'm catching up on the messages. First year as a graduate student is going all over the place. Well, I've missed it twice. Fuck that. Huh. I don't know what to say, because where was I going with this? Oh, that I got tired of being in school. Sorry. Kind of got, distracted by the pain. Haha! How has it already been an hour? I don't really know, but, it happened. No. Yes. Really. Huzzah. Your client. Well, I hope you're not charging money for someone to be your client. Did it just blink out of existence? Okay then. Nah, you can't get a perfect game of bowling. I mean, you could always try with your other arm or just wait until tomorrow. That ought to work. That ought to do it. Dang. I'm trying to scratch my hand as you can see it's a hell for my swimming abilities. Um, your right hand and your other arm's only good for holding your phone. I mean, you could always try. For all you know, you might be able to train up your left arm to throw stuff. That ended kind of lamely, but you know, I didn't know what else to say. You said your right hand's kind of useless. And then you asked if Cookie wanted it. I don't think it works like that. I don't think you can just trade hands. If you tried throwing with your left arm, you'd throw the game. Meanwhile, Magic Cat's left-handed. I mean, if your two useless hands hold each other while the non-useless ones play, then it's like you're one person, but with two heads. See? See? 300 USD? Oh well. For your right hand. A Cookie doesn't carry USD. Huh. We'll take food instead. I love that Magic Hat says she'll take food instead. uh, I like food too, not gonna lie. Ooh, Cookie got good at cooking. Nice. See? Match made in heaven. Definitely heaven. Really. Brownie? Multiple question mark? I want some brownies now. Once again, this is a perfect time to train your left hand to do something more than just dangling. Perfect timing. I mean, there's no reason you can't continue to train it for years from now, especially if in case something like this happens again. You said that's probably close to 400 Canadian. We'll take food instead. Good at cooking brownies. Can't hold a spoon. Okay. You only like one hand. You said one hand's good enough for you. Oh, come on. Don't you want to be able to write with both hands? Or brush your teeth with both hands? Or throw very badly with both hands? 'Cause I can. What do you mean sounds uncomfortable? Honestly, the writing's was easy, at least for me. I don't know about. Well, now I have cooked with both hands. Never mind. What? I mean, it doesn't make my aim any better when I'm throwing stuff, but cooking, writing, washing myself, doing my hair, yeah, I can use both hands. Doesn't have to be one or the other. I can put my jewelry on with both hands. I can also do stuff like open doors with my feet, but you know. So long as I'm barefoot, that is. So long as I'm barefoot, I can open a door with my foot. You just gotta get your balance right. Once you know how to stand to do it, then it's really not that hard. What? Strangling your stepfather? That's a joke. Please don't actually do that. What'd you say? Got tired of waiting for my arm to heal and bull to strike. And how did that feel? Nice. Give you an idea, eh? It's a clamoon! 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 It's a clam. He has a chunky neck, you might need help. I can't. I could never legally advise someone to do that. Nope, not at all. What do you mean his neck was too big for you too? You saying you helped out? Rip. Hmm. Wait. Are you implying that you... Wow. Honestly, though, being a villain seems like it'd be pretty cool. Also, you get to hang out with people like Dobby, so there's that. Also, technically, by the usual definition of villains, especially with the whole criminality aspect, wouldn't literally all of the main characters of One Piece be villains, quotes? So being a villain isn't all that bad. I mean, everyone that we like in One Piece is pretty neat. I mean, they're all criminals and enemies of their government, so technically they're villains. Wait, all I heard was, "Whoa, where do I sign up?" Wait, what? How how did we how did we get to that? All the main characters are pirates. Pirates are automatically considered both criminals and enemies of the government, even if you haven't actually done anything criminal or rebellious. Oh, you want to sign up for hanging out with Dobby. How do you say that word? Isekai or something? Get isekai into the world? Make friends. Boom. Now you can hang out. Just offer him some Mary Jane and talk shit about his dad. I'm sure you can literally be besties after that. Dog life. Uh, hang out with Shiggy and talk about how all the governments of the world suck. Or hang out with Shiggy and talk about state violence. He seems to be right up his alley. No! You said truck! I'm weak! Oh my god! Oh my god. You said you have too many unholy words, but let you chill? What unholy words? What on earth? What just happened? Oh my god, don't do it! Don't go into the light! Don't you go into the light? Well, I do want to know, but I'm also scared. Oh my god. I think you'll be allowed anyone you want. It honestly, it would depend on where you were plopped into the timeline. Like, I feel like when people think about getting isekai into their favorite anime, they automatically assume they're gonna get thrown into canon. But yo, you could get thrown in after the canon events or before. Like, literally, you could be thrown in like 20 years before, 50 years before, 300 years before. You could end up in the fucking void century. Like, you literally would not know where you were gonna turn up. So, maybe. I mean, who knows what time period you would end up in and therefore what fruits would actually be available? Shrugs. Hell, who even knows if you'd be human? You might get to be a slime monster or something like Rimuru. I don't know. Theoretically, you know. Then you said Magic Cat, going back to Magic Cat, you said you don't want to know. I actually kind of do, but also not. Just Discord me. Discord me! Or not if it's like really not appropriate. Depends on what you're trying to say. You said probably the East Blue for being weak as fuck. And yes, Rimuru is strong as hell, especially for a slime. But I just meant you don't know where. Not only would you not know where it would be, but more pertinently, you wouldn't know when it would be, which is what scares me. Because, like, put aside your suspension of disbelief for a second and think about the multiverse theory and think about isekai and think about if you did actually get tossed into another universe and it was one you recognized. There is nothing saying that you would be tossed into a time period and geographic location that would be favorable to you or preferable to you or that you basically one that you would want or like. You could literally end up being friends with the main character's parents or bitter enemies. You don't know when or where you would end up. And honestly, that's terrifying because I really wouldn't want to end up in the Void Century, for instance. That seems like it would be ass. Unless you're non human and you can survive until like Roger's time, Luffy's time, whatever. I feel like it would be ass to be to be born into the fucking Void Century and then you die before you can like tell anyone about it. Hello, Sebastian. I'm just saying, y'all. Everyone thinks it's great till they find out they're thrown 800 years in the past. You know? Not so great now, is it? Where'd it go? Where's the locust? Oh, okay. And it hid from me. At least there's a butterfly. I got the butterfly. Unfortunately, no, I don't. Not at the moment. Also, Cookie Cat, are you suggesting that you befriend Luffy's dad? Let's see. We'll swap it. We probably have something that we can toss on the ground. You said you're talking about Dobby, so it's unholy. Just going back and reading the comments I missed. Okay. Let's toss out. Let's leave my stones here temporarily. That should be fine. And I failed. Oh, joy. It drowned itself. Lovely. Cookie Cat said. Cookie Cat said something about stalking Monkey D. Dragon to find out who Luffy's mom is. Okay then. Wait. You actually discorded what you said? Oh lord. Help us all. Okay, that's okay. That's gonna be. Oh my god! Of course you would. Of course you would. Of course you would. I don't even know what to say. I can't even look at you right now. I'm in shock, but also I'm not, because it sounds exactly like something that you would request, so. Nah, that sounds right up your alley. That's your flavor. That definitely sounds like something you would do. That is all you. My friend, that is all you. That's definitely your forte. Heck yeah. Have y'all heard the theory that people think that Luffy's mom was a celestial dragon? Don't ask me to say the word in Japanese, it's not gonna happen. Or at least what I'm gonna say is not going to at all sound like Japanese, so. Well, I'm not getting that bug. That's fine. Uh, they're exercising together? Huh, let's join in. Can I join in? Am I allowed to join in? You did what? Wait, Cookie Cat, you want to find Crocodile? I assume you mean the Warlord? Oh. Also, I'm gonna be a little off time from everyone else. I just always am. I'm honestly surprised I'm doing so well. Oh, she got a little too happy with this shit. I don't know if I believe that theory. Like, yes, I think Crocodile's trans, but I don't think Crocodile's Luffy's mom. Also, she just did not do this motion at all. It's fine though. We're so behind. It's fine though. When is this gonna be over? How long is this sequence? I just don't think Luffy looks enough like Crocodile. Like, oh, they have the same color hair. That doesn't mean you're related. You know what I mean? Like, do you know how many blonde people I see every single day? And most of them are not related to each other. Or most people with brown eyes, not related to each other. We just all happen to have brown eyes. You know, like, fucking what else do people have? Freckles? Doesn't mean you're related. Why do people automatically think just because they have the same color hair they're related? Like, how did this theory get started? Why do people think Crocodile specifically is Luffy's dame? Also, is bowling a 201 good or bad? The thing you sent is what you asked for. Ah, okay. I see what you mean. I guess I just didn't understand it the first time. I mean, lots of people became really nice to Luffy. They kind of follow the same formula for Luffy over and over, where someone's mean to him, oftentimes he beats their ass, or something pulls them together, and then later they're nice to each other and Luffy acts like nothing bad ever happened between them. I mean, Luffy's not the type of person to hold grudges. And there are a lot of people who were originally antagonistic to Luffy who end up loving Luffy. Not romantically, just in general. Love can be platonic, familiar, familial, blah blah, you know. Anyway, I just feel like that's a very weak argument because you know who else started being nicer to Luffy after literally trying to kill him? Ace. That's all I'm gonna like. Come on. Do you know how many times that happens to Luffy? Where someone's like, I'm gonna kick your ass, and he's like, no, I'm gonna kick your ass, and then they fight and try to kill each other, and then suddenly they're cool? Do you know how many times that's happened? I mean, hell, you could talk about Nami's rocky start with the Straw Hats and how she wasn't truly a part of them and how she ditched them and some people seeing it as a betrayal and then she comes back and they're cool, you know? Or the guy that was a part of Arlong's crew who ended up being super chill with them and like apologizing and being friends. I'm just saying, Luffy has a track record of doing this. He could befriend literally anyone. When they were kids. Oh, wait, I don't think you've seen that part yet. It's not really a spoiler because it doesn't like spoil like the later part of the story, but basically when they were little children and knew each other, like when they were little kids, you know, like 8, 9, 10 little kids. Yeah. And Luffy didn't take it personally. I mean, I personally consider it an assassination attempt, but ditching someone who's more or less defenseless in the middle of the woods with rabid wild animals, you know, I feel like, and didn't he? I'm trying to remember if he deliberately pushed him or if Luffy just fell when Luffy was following him. And then when he was going to leave him in the clutches of a certain person to be, like, tortured, basically, and decided, you know what, fuck it, and then went back to save him. Yeah. He came around. Now he loves him to death. But, you know, he was kind of a little shit when he was a kid, so. I'm just saying, Luffy has a track record of making people love him. Even if they used to hate him or at least not like him. It's very, very interesting. But yes, I'm not talking about adult Ace. I'm talking about little shit gremlin Ace when he was like 10. Was he 10 or was he slightly younger? I think he might have been 10 at that time. Maybe he was 9. I don't know. They were little kids. I don't remember the exact age, but they were little kids. This was when they were kids. This is not anything recent. But the point is, do you know how many people have fought Luffy or opposed Luffy or tried to kill Luffy and now they're best fucking friends for no reason? Well, not no reason, but it's because somehow he can make literally anyone befriend him and it's very stressful. It's very stressful if you're watching it from the outside because it's like, Luffy, my man, he just tried to take out you, your friend, or whatever. And Luffy's like, ah, we good now. And it's like, oh god, I'm gonna die from stress watching you befriend everyone. Uh, anyway. I'm just saying. I mean, hell, you could think about how antagonistic Zoro was before he decided, you know what, fuck it, and then joined Luffy. Like, how many times has Luffy turned that shit around? How many times? It's not always life or death, but how many people have started off being like, I'm gonna fight you, or we're not friends. And then after 5 minutes, they're like, oh, we're friends. Wattpad? You're languishing on fucking Wattpad? Is AO3 not allowed in your country? Because, like, I know that certain countries don't let certain people visit certain parts of the internet. I don't know. Maybe you have a preference for Wattpad, but almost everyone I know has a preference for other sites over Wattpad. Whatever. Yes, but do you remember in the beginning where he was like, fuck you, I'm not a criminal? Like, yes, he never tried to kill him and they didn't fight, but they were certainly screaming at each other. Because eventually he was like, I don't really care if I'm a criminal as long as I get to become the world's strongest swordsman and everyone knows my name. Paraphrasing, he didn't say that word for word. It's just, it's hilarious. I'm trying to think of the worst instance of this, honestly. I mean, he's had to beat Buggy up before, and then he literally broke his stupid ass out of jail, so, his kindness knows no bounds. Magic Hat, we can always talk about something slash someone else that you actually know. I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to drive you away. Oh, fuck. Oh well. It was one of those sucker fish. They always look like tidy sharks. He really is just a silly clown, man. It's kind of fucked when even Luffy doesn't take you seriously. Because, yes, Luffy's strong, but he's also Luffy. When he's not trying to, absolutely crush someone, he comes off as about as threatening as a hamster, if you know what I mean. Like, yes, he's very strong, but also he's Luffy, and he has the mentality of, I don't even know. Oh, just because I feel like most of the people I talk to don't read on Wattpad because we consider it, like, inferior, basically. Have you ever heard of fanfiction.net or Archive of Our Own? Although I suppose Wattpad's better than Quotive. Good lord, it's been years since I heard someone talk about that. Yeah, let me just give me a second. Mm. Those, you ever heard of them? I don't actually know if they're available in your country, but I'm just kind of assuming they are. I mean, Wattpad's available, and Lord's knows Wattpad is technically worse in terms of like the wild shit that be popping up, but ugh, stupid allergies. Oh, I kind of forgot about these three. No, pick them up, idiot. Thank you. There we go. Sometimes I yell at my character. Just ignore it. It's fine. Please, it's not like I can hurt her feelings. And if I did, it's not like it would matter. You've never heard of these two? Oh, my sweet summer child. Also, my best friend's right. That does sound slightly creepy. No, you're not. You're 20? 21? 22? I don't remember. 20 something. 23? It's just a saying. Well, it's like, dang, you really don't know, do you? You don't know. Honestly, one of the reasons I love AO3 is because of the extensive tagging and filtering system. I couldn't remember. I just knew it was above 20 but below 25. That's how I categorized it. I was like, it's in this range somewhere. It's about this. This is approximate. Oh wow, that is definitely not going to reach the fish. Well, this is going to be interesting. Also, Cookie, out of all the characters in One Piece, who is the one character that's not Luffy that you just cannot take seriously at all ever? Or the one character that you just cannot respect at all ever? These do not have to be the same person. Because, for instance, would I ever take Usopp seriously in a fight? No, but do I respect him? Yes. These are two different things. Cosas diferentes. Now, do I have... Oh, I do have another axe. Hmm. And is this for the person you can't take seriously or the person you don't respect? Or, I suppose they could be the same person. From Dressrosa, or do you mean someone else? Because I can definitely see why you wouldn't take him seriously, but I can also see why you wouldn't respect him. Both! Oh, that's funny. Um, hmm. Someone I don't respect, Garp, but the reason why contains hella spoilers. Despite the fact that I don't respect him, I can in fact take him seriously because just because I don't respect him doesn't mean he couldn't grind me into paste. So, there's that. You said man's a giant, but sounds like a chipmunk. That's fair. Someone that I don't take seriously but do respect, our resident Straw Hat Sniper. I can't take him seriously half the time, but I do actually respect him. See, I see these two things as being two different things, which is why I'm able to do this. But yes, the reason I don't respect Garv, hella spoilers. So, both of my axes? Both of them? I mean, that's fine. I'll just go into my house. I don't know if I have the materials to make a new one, but I probably have one in storage, so it's NBD. You're fine with spoilers, you say. You're fine with spoilers! Mm. I'm just sitting here like, am I fine with the spoilers? Because I know what happened, but it just still makes me sad. It's like, but am I fine? I don't know. It's less of what he did and more of what he didn't do. I expected better from him. I expected more from him. And the way he acted just gave off very, like, spineless vibes. I don't know. Because who are you if you can't stand up for your family or people in your care, you know? Like, who are you? What are you? Not a man I can respect. So you know what happened during the Summit War saga slash at Marineford? Because, like, I just... There's so many instances where I just feel like he could have done more or at least tried. Even if he knew he would fail, even if he failed, he could have tried. And it's the act of not trying that gets to me. Because even if I know I'm not going to succeed, why would I not try? You know, like, I just can't respect him as a man, as a person in general. I just can't respect him. Whitebeard going crazy. I wouldn't call it him going crazy. I mean, he was kind of always weird, which is why I'm like qualifying here, but I'm just so disappointed in Garp. I just feel like the duty to the people you love, the duty to stand up for them and stand by them and protect them and support them should supersede any perceived duty towards anything or anyone else. And I just feel like he didn't deliver. Like I just feel like Garp was just well, I don't have a better way to phrase it. I feel like he was just pretty fucking spineless there, you know? It's like where are your balls now, you know? Where's your resolve now? Where's your loyalty? Like it fucked me. It fucked me up. Fucked with my head. But yeah, like I said, there's a reason I don't respect Garp. I definitely take him seriously because he would turn me into paste in a fight, but I don't respect him. Because I feel like those are two different things. I can take you seriously in a fight without respecting you, and I can respect you without taking you seriously in a fight. You know what I mean? Those are two different things to me. And I would take him seriously in a fight because I think he would turn me into paste, but I don't respect him. And I can't ever again. You know? Controversial opinion, I'm sure, but it's just why I don't respect him. It's why I can't respect him. I mean, even if I knew I would fail, or even if I had a strong assumption that I would fail, even if I thought I would be killed, I don't think I could just sit there and watch someone do something to someone I loved. You know, even if we're both gonna die, I'd rather we both die with you knowing that I cared enough to try. And not trying just feels like such a slap in the face. Just saying. That's why I don't respect him. It's like, who gives a fuck about your position? Fuck your position! There's so much that's more important than your fucking position, you know? Like, really? It just came across, it was just giving very, like, I'm a chicken shit energy, you know? Like, it was just very coward energy. So, yeah. Because Whitebeard may have failed to do what he came to do, but he sure as shit tried, and that's what counts for me. He fucking tried. He didn't just stand there with his thumb in his ass like some coward. He actually tried. Yeah. Hello, Magique. 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 How are you, Magique? Oh, oh, oh. I have a net again, so might as well. Haha! It's always hard to get the dragonflies. I'm not even mad. Yeah, it's across the water now. I'm not going across the water. They're just quicker. I had no hope of catching it, honestly. Like, you can catch them, I rarely do. Haha! Explain. I have so many of those in storage now. So what happened? I need details. Detalles. Dime los detalles. Detalles. There we go. What happened? Cause you're making it sound like she messy, but what she do? What she do? You said she messy, but what she do? Wait, is there a hole here? There is! And a locust, apparently. Flower power! And trees. Wanted to play so you took her out and what? Might need another cough drop. Ba-da-pa-pa-pa! I'm chopping it. At least we don't kill the trees. We just take the part we need and leave the tree intact and whole. And presumably healthy? Suddenly at night she started barking to play, like, who the fuck will play with you late at night, 12 to 4? Satan? Mayhaps? Perchance? That's a joke, by the way. I'm not saying your dog is actually playing with Satan. But that would be funny. Well, maybe not for you. But I would think it was funny. That being said, I am kind of an asshole, so I would think it was hilarious, actually, if your dog was, playing with Satan. But, maybe that's just me. And? What does that have to do with anything? Is having your own dog gonna stop you from petting cute dogs on the street? I didn't think so. Most people with dogs still pet other people's dogs. So what are you on about? Of course he's still gonna play with a dog that he sees. Obviously he wants to pet it and play with it because it's a puppy. Maybe the puppies are friends and have a play date. Did you think of that? Huh? Huh? Let the doggos be friends. 2K23. I don't know why my brain almost said 2K19, but I guess because that's the last time I read 2K anything. You said you were not informed. I mean, usually it is customary to inform the owner of the dog that you wish for your dogs to play, but, well, in this extended joke, it is Satan, so. Ugh. There we go. Why not the neighbor's dog? Maybe it's also the neighbor's dog. Damn. Let him make his rounds or whatever. Maybe as he walks his dog down the street, your dogs just happen to make friends with his dogs. I don't know. Why are you questioning me? I'm not Satan. Why are you asking me why Satan's weird instead of just asking Satan why Satan's weird? Shouldn't he be the one to know? Why the fuck would I have his phone number? Is that a subtle insult? Is that like a dig at me? Did you just call me satanic? I don't know how to feel about this. I mean, do you want me to put you in contact? Hey, Satan! Magic Cat wants to talk to you! You should visit Magic Cat tonight! Happy? Now I just sound like his ma nagging him from downstairs. God damn it. uh... Did not mean to come off as someone's ma nagging them from downstairs, but here we are! I don't know how I keep missing the beetles after catching like 8 of them earlier, but it's fine. Nah. Our walls are pretty soundproof and the houses are pretty far apart. Well, you know. I feel like that is not the weirdest thing they could hear. Not to mention the fact that they'd probably think it was the TV. Or if they didn't, we all know I'm not crazy because, well, I'm streaming, so I am technically talking to all of you. Yes, what about Satan? He catches a lot of flack for shit other people did. It's kind of disrespectful. Just saying. He has kids, so he has work. I mean, couldn't he just conjure shit with magic or steal from people? Does he have to work? Work smarter, not harder. Can't bother a man with responsibility, you say. That's honestly very respectful and I appreciate that. I feel like half the time people just diss Satan. That was actually very nice of you, so. Man catches too much flack for shit other people did or did not do. It's kind of fucked up. I feel like Satan just ends up being a handy scapegoat for literally everyone else. Just saying. I'm not saying that he's never done anything wrong, but damn, does he get blamed for literally everything. Gravity, the wind, the last election, when you stubbed your toe. Literally everything gets blamed on Satan. And it's like Satan probably doesn't even have time for you. Why are you blaming him? He's a busy, not quite man. I don't know. Do satanic beings have gender? I don't know. Yeah, exactly. You said busy lad. Love that. Yes. But Satan and or Lucifer always get blamed for shit. It's like, but why? Or Lilith. People blame Lilith for a bunch of shit too, and it's like I'm pretty sure Homegirl was busy with something. I don't think she has that much time to just dick around. Just saying. Oh, you don't know who Lilith is. Um, she's a part of, or at least she was a part of, Jewish tradition. She was said to be Adam's first wife. Oh. Yeah. She was said to be Adam's first wife before Eve, and then something I she became this demonic figure. But again, demonic doesn't mean like evil. I mean, it doesn't mean good, but it's basically just like a spiritual descriptor. Anyway, I'm not Jewish, so I don't have all the Jewish folklore deets on her. But I feel like there's enough basic information on Wikipedia that I could probably just send that to you. But for something more detailed, you would need to talk to someone who's more versed in Jewish lore. Because she's not actually usually mentioned at all in Christian tradition. And I was raised Christian, even though I'm not Christian. So, just saying. Because I feel like most of what I know about her is like pop culture stuff, like pop culture Lilith. Pop culture Lilith doesn't always resemble Jewish Lilith. But then again, pop culture Satan and pop culture like Yahweh don't always resemble the traditional Jewish versions of them either, so take that as you will. The name? She came before Eve, according to the story. Of course, neither one of them's my religion, so I don't really have a horse in this race. I don't really care who is first, second, or third. Just saying. But people will probably have feelings about it, so just as a saying, just as a, I don't want to say as a warning, because then it sounds like I'm warning you against something when I'm not. Ugh, words. Words are stupid and hard. Yeah. Huh. I mean, hmm. Interpretations of Lilith found in later Jewish materials are plentiful. Yeah, well, anyway, I'll just send you the page. I feel like I saw something somewhere where people were giving specific Jewish sources, but as I don't have them, perhaps someone who watches this later will be able to provide it to the Discord or to a later stream. Who knows? Yeah, exactly. Magic has said anyone who has info can spill the tea, not trying to be disrespectful. Yeah, exactly. Also, I want to say thank you, but since I didn't give it to her, I can't take credit for it, so there's no point in me saying thank you. It is pretty though. Anyway, what was I originally creating? Why am I here? Oh, I think I was making nets. Wasn't I? Was I making a net? I think I was making a net. Hmm. You still fear the mirror and windows. You're welcome. Love you. Welcome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. Been hearing a couple of sounds, you say? What kind of sounds? I think technically there was content in the Dead Sea Scrolls that suggested that Jesus was married, which is so interesting because so many Christian traditions don't allow certain clergy members to get married, because they'll say like, "Oh, well, Jesus wasn't married," but there are texts in the Dead Sea Scrolls that were not selected to be included as parts of the Bible where Jesus was in fact married. So it's really just there are so many ancient texts, and you can really honestly just pick which one you want to believe in, since that's what people have done for centuries anyway. What'd you say? Oh, creaking? That's how you spell creaking. So you were almost there. Which is interesting because there's creek and then there's creek. One is the sound and one is a body of water. Isn't English fun? And by fun, I mean terrible? Yes. So creek is the sound, and creek is water. Well, not like water itself, but like a body of water. I don't know why that's different from like, I guess it's smaller than a stream. Is it smaller than a stream or is it a synonym? It just says a creek is a stream, brook, or minor tributary of a river. So I guess it is a synonym for a stream, perchance? I'm not quite sure. Natural stream of water normally smaller than and often tributary to a river. So I guess it is like a stream. I guess it's interchangeable with a stream. I don't know, it's confusing because they're using stream in the definition. I guess I could do creek versus stream. A stream is defined as any water body with a current that moves under gravity to lower levels. A creek is a small stream that is inland. A creek is more turbulent than a stream. Creek is shallower and narrower than a stream. Okay, that's helpful. Yeah, that's literally exactly what I was looking for. Okay, cool. Good to know. You're still waiting to confirm the sounds. Interesting. Of course I understood. I knew what you meant. I just wanted to, because English spelling is so stupid. We went through so many spelling and sound changes, that it can be difficult to spell certain words. So, I mean, you were on the right track. You were literally just missing one letter. And I'm never gonna make fun of you for it, so. I mean, native speakers misspell stuff all the time, so why would I be mad at you? You know, like that's stupid. Yeah, I'm not gonna yell at you for not knowing how to spell it, especially when it's not your first language. Because English is just so, like, stupid and needlessly convoluted and complicated because of all of our various spelling and sound changes and things that both did and didn't carry over. And you learned through YouTube as well. Does that mean you're largely self-taught? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I think the 7th was when I had to... Once she turned and closed the hole instead of hitting the rock again. Although that doesn't explain why we didn't have 8. But whatever. I mean, you did talk about having English classes, but it sounds like you taught yourself a lot of English, so. But yeah, English is just. What's mostly motivation? Learning on your own? Or, like, you saying the reason you learned is motivation, or what? Okay. I mean, it's not particularly an easy language to begin with. Even though people say it is, it's really not. Oh, wait. Ah, I did not mean to click. Hmm. Hmm. I mean, you still might be able to one day. It's not like your life is over. You too can go one day. Can't explain to people why this letter is here and not there. I mean, there are native English speakers that can't explain that either. Not to mention the fact that British English often spells things differently than American English to begin with. I have no idea if Canadian English does the same, but I don't know. Like, it doesn't make sense because, like, think about it. a, if you say I heard a creak, I heard a floorboard creak upstairs versus me and my brother went to the creek, they still sound the same. I said one way more country like than the other, but they're still creak and creak. Like they sound the same, but they you literally use a different vowel formation, so it's like stupid, you know? And then you have people who pronounce creek like crick, which doesn't even make sense to me. They'll be like, "Oh yeah, I went down to the creek." Like what? I don't know why they pronounce it that way, but they do. But it's the same word. Same. It's the same word, so it's frustrating. But yeah, creek and creek use a different vowel cluster, and they still sound the same. I mean, it's just like red and red. Because if you say like this shirt is red versus I read that book, those are spelled differently. Like this shirt is red. That's the color. Versus I read that book last week. Verb. Those are two different words that sound the same. Like, I very much understand why English is frustrating. Because everyone knows, like, the common examples that get used are like two, two, and two. Or there, and there. Right? Those are the ones that get used a lot. But we also have our and our. For instance, you know, one is like, it has been 1 hour since blah de blah happened. Like, it's been an hour since she left. IDK. I just made up a sentence. Versus like that is our house. Is our house. See what I mean? And English does this over and over and over. Cuz there's like I know that boy versus no, I don't want that. Also, I don't know why I capitalized the entire word. That wasn't on purpose. I just randomly decided to do that. And there are so many silent letters, like Nat. Or the word I already used an example for something else, no. Or the K in knife. Or the H in ghost. Ghost. Knife. What's something else? Hold on. I'm trying to type another example, but apparently I've misspelled it, but I'm not quite sure how I misspelled it. Or possum. Most people say possum, not opossum. See what I mean? Silent letters. English is so infuriating. Is it not infuriating to you? I just think it's so maddening. And remember, native speaker. If it's maddening for me, it has to be maddening for you. There's a lot of farmland around you, and this house surprisingly is not haunted. Interesting. So you're actually in a non-haunted house for once? I don't know how to feel about that. You're always in a haunted house. Rip. You miss the ghosts, I bet you do. But you see how English is just bonkers? I honestly would not even be upset at you for misspelling shit. I don't even know if I want to be mad at native speakers because English is just such a maddening language. And universal literacy is honestly a new concept because for years and years there were entire classes of people, um, and entire races and ethnicities of people who were not permitted to go to school. Or they were allowed to have a school, but it wasn't as good as the other schools because it wasn't given the same resources and standards. You know what I mean? It's it can be absolutely maddening. There's so many letters that are silent or seemingly like get skipped or they sound different with other letters. I don't know. I don't know. It just be like that sometimes. Also, I have no idea why there are two birds now, but it's whatever. I feel like I need a snack, y'all. Excuse me. I don't know why my voice went out. I feel like need a snack. I might have to go on a little snack break. I'm hungry. Also, I feel like I say that all the time, but like most days I actually undereat and I'm not getting the appropriate amount of calories. So it's not like I'm just sitting here stuffing my face. I really don't eat as much as I should be eating. Like very rarely do I actually eat 2000 calories a day. It's not like I'm continuously eating over 2000. You're like imagine having snacks. I mean, I have chocolate and popcorn, so thug life. We had string cheese, but it's out of date. So, and I can't put it in the trash yet because it's just not close enough to trash day. I have to wait until next week. And I don't want to leave dairy to fester and like grow like nasty shit in the heat. So I've just left it in the fridge until it's timed where I can actually throw it out. I mean, I guess I could stuff it down the garbage disposal, but I don't really have options. You know what I mean? You do need to eat. I don't want to eat too much because we're going to have dinner in an hour and a half. But also, I don't think I can last the whole hour and a half without eating something, which is why I said a snack. Just a little something to tide me over, to satisfy me until I can actually have a meal. Eh, this is gonna sound really bad, but I'm used to going without eating, even though it makes me really sick. Because when I was younger, I was not always fed by my mother, so it's like I don't like it, but I am used to being hungry, so it's like I could wait this hour without eating if I didn't want to like risk spoiling my appetite, but also like yeah. You forgot what you had for dinner. Holy crap. Fine, I will go get a snack if you really think I need it. You want me to have popcorn? I suppose. It's very filling in the moment when you eat it, but it doesn't have a lot of calories attached to it. Honestly, the worst thing about popcorn is that you have to pick it out of your damn teeth later. Like, literally, even if you've already flossed for the day, you're gonna end up flossing 2 or 3 times if you eat popcorn, because, you know, floss after you eat and before bed, even if you've already flossed that day, because popcorn be sticking. You know what I mean? It be sticking. It gets everywhere. It just lodges. Nah, I'm not just gonna suck on it and not eat it. Also, there's only one pack left. I don't want to eat the last pack. Let me go get some chocolate. Chocolate can actually be good for you if you eat the right kind in the right quantity. Black chocolate, I mean, not black chocolate, dark chocolate, that's the word I'm looking for. Dark chocolate is the best for you in terms of health. White chocolate is the worst for you in terms of health. I mean, it's not like it's gonna strike you dead, it's just like what it does for your body, you know? I think what we have is milk chocolate, which is actually in the middle. It's better for you than white chocolate, but worse for you than dark chocolate. But also, it's not like I'm gonna sit here and eat 3 pounds of chocolate. I'm gonna have a chocolate bar. You know, it's not like I'm gonna sit here and eat 3 pounds of chocolate every single day. Like, you're allowed to have a piece of chocolate every day. It's not gonna kill you. You probably shouldn't be eating 3 pounds of chocolate a day, but having a piece of chocolate a day, that's that's a huge difference. It's not like I'm saying no one should ever have chocolate again ever. It's not like it's gonna strike you dead, you know, as soon as you put it in your mouth. That's not how it works. Unless it's literally been poisoned. That's not how it works. You love milk chocolate, give. If you were here, I would share with you. Um, I was sad this past week for obvious reasons, and my husband bought me an entire bag of like assorted chocolates, like miniature chocolate bars. Like it has the plain Hershey's chocolate. It has almond joy, which is like chocolate with like the little rice inside and an almond. There's Reese's cups. There's York mint, which is chocolate with mint inside. Reese's cups, of course, is chocolate with peanut butter inside. Um, I believe there's Kit Kats. I don't remember the exact formula for Kit Kat. You're still having your fantasies about Pop Tarts. Hmm. I should ask him to get Pop Tarts the next time he goes to the store. Anyway, I'm sorry. You just made me think of them. I wasn't trying to rub it in your face. I was just like, oh, actually, since Magic has brought it up, I remembered Pop Tarts existed. He should get one um, when it's grocery time again. I would share with you if you were here or if I was there. Believe me. Okay, let me just. I'm just waiting and waiting and waiting. Okay. Fuck. Sorry, I just got another bolt of pain through my collarbone. That's fun. Hmm. Okay, well, I'm gonna leave her right there. I'm just gonna go over and get some chocolate. You don't have what here? Milk chocolate? Ugh. I do remember historically some places wouldn't let people buy milk chocolate or chocolate in general because they thought it was like sinful to eat it or what the fuck ever, which I think is completely fucking stupid, but you know, who am I? Um, let me just. But yeah, it's an entire bag of assorted chocolate, so. Do I want some almond joys today? They're like miniature, so the serving. Let me just get out one of each just for a picture for Magic Cat. What am I missing? Oh, the little Kit Kat. Hmm. Yeah. I might take some three little almond joys because these are the minis. These are not like the big ones. I think two or three of these. Well, no, two or three of these doesn't even make a big one. I honestly don't even know. These don't even make a big chocolate bar. What I like is the Hershey's cookies and cream, where it's like white chocolate with milk chocolate chips. That's one of my favorites. Ugh. Anyway. Oh, Pop Tart. Wait, what? Hmm. So is it that you just don't have them or you can't have them? Because I know some places are like weird about stuff. Mm. Almond, coconut, and almond chocolate candy bar. Oh, it's coconut, not rice. My bad. I just know it was really good. Mm. Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, I can't have Reese's anyway, so if you were here, you could have all those. Well, you'd have to fist fight my best friend for them, but you could probably come to some kind of agreement. There's honestly so many things that are put in so many different fillings, I guess, used for chocolate. Mm. Peanut butter, coconut, peppermint, hazelnut. Um, I'm missing something. There's different fruit fillings that have been put in chocolate. Like one of the things I really liked back in the day was my grandma would get these dark chocolate squares that had fruit filling. So like there was this one with raspberry filling that was just really good. Really? Fair. We just have regular Kit Kat, which I'm not knocking it, but we just have regular Kit Kat right now, so. What do you mean, ew? I hear there's a lot of fun flavors that they experiment with in Japan. I think I had a strawberry one before. Check your discourse, aka Discord. Hmm. I'll get it next time. It looks delicious. I want to say it was, but not in a way that's like rubbing it in your face. It was delicious, though. Coconut is just so good. I mean, some people don't like coconut, but it's so good, especially with chocolate. Mhm. I mean, it's like how some people who can eat peanut butter just don't like it. They just don't like peanut butter. So, obviously, why would they like it with chocolate? It doesn't make them like it less. Hmm. That's a cute little dancing dinosaur. Hmm. Peanut butter and jelly? Well, since I've never actually had peanut butter and jelly, I don't actually know what it tastes like. I have had Nutella and jelly, which is like hazelnut spread and jelly, so I mean Nutella sounds catchier than hazelnut butter. That just sounds doomed. Excuse me. I tried to say stupid and dumb at the same time. That just doesn't sound right. Almond butter's pretty good though. Never tried almond butter with jelly though, but the hazelnut with the jelly, pretty good actually. You end up sharing with your parrot, lol. Hold on. Let me just change that. Okay. Hmm. Really? Your oldest parrot was a thief! A thief! What the fuck is that? Huh. Okay. I think I've actually seen that one food guy eat one. Not gonna lie, it looked pretty damn disgusting. But, you know, I suppose some people like it, so. NGL, I'm probably gonna sell it instead of giving it to Blathers, but, you know. Ah. She would still kinder from your mom's fridge and bring it to you to open up. That's funny. She knew what she wanted, though. Aww. That's kind of cute. It's just this thing you shared together. Yikes. As in, like, expired? Poor thing. Oh, her wing was hurt. Okay, so she was still alive then. Oh, she flew away from you? I thought you were gonna be like, she, like, perished. Your old Sammy expired at the age of 6 years, dang. Hmm. He lived a good life. Good. Hmm. You probably sense it on some level. I'm probably gonna get off it. At 3 hours, though. Oh, I'll just do both. It's fine. Hmm. Nice. So, nice. She's okay. Is that how she lost the other one? Or has she always been like that? Okay, that's what I thought you were saying. Well, I'm glad she survived. What was it? Also, whatever happened to Cookie? Cookie. Cookie said BRB, then never RB'd. Oh well. You don't know some bird virus. I love that you're like, I don't know, some bird virus. Okay. It wasn't one that can infect people, was it? Because there's how do you say it? Pseudococcus? Pseudococcus? Pseudococcus, yes. You had 5 birds, but 4 of them croaked? Jesus. Anyway, psittacosis is an infectious disease usually spread to humans from infected birds in the parrot family. Birds in the parrot family, including parrots, macaws, budgerigar, and cockatiels. Domestic turkeys and pigeons have also infected people. That's why I was like, it wasn't that, was it? Like, y'all didn't get sick too, right? Oh, did they all get sick? I mean, did they just get bird flu? That usually doesn't cross over into humans. Hope it never does. At least not in a way that transfers person to person. Because there have occasionally throughout history been people that got bird flu from birds, but it's never been a type that can transmit between people. You were fine, you had to bury them. Hmm. I'm glad you were fine. I was just asking because I think you said they were parrots, and but if it was psittacosis, you probably would have gotten sick. So doubt it was that. The bird that broke your heart. Also, you said berry, like the berries we eat, instead of like I buried him. Just letting you know. And don't even split it. I'm sure I make way more embarrassing mistakes in Spanish, so just don't even worry about it. I'm sorry you had to deal with that loss. I remember I was sad when my rabbit, you know, had his little rabbit heart attack and fell over. Oh. Hmm. I'm sure you did. You were grieving. Oh, we do have 2 spots. Okay. Let's see. Oh, grapey grapes. After feeling Sammy was alone, we got Leon. Okay. Alone, alone, alone. Yes. Many animals, including birds, are social to some extent, so they can actually feel lonely, same way we can. The too friendly spoiled cat. Mm. I'm going to go sell my last catch of the day. Technically, this was supposed to only be 2 hours long, but well, that didn't happen. So I can't actually. Where'd it go? Oh, it's behind me. I don't know. I have trouble seeing it. There we go. I'll come back for you. Ha! Ended up talking about Dobby. Ah, yes. Dobby. hmm Dobby's very Dobby. I didn't have anything to say. I was like, he's very himself. Yeah, there are two birds, and they won't let me catch either one, and it's very much not fair. How to get you? LOL. Yay. Deposit. Full amount. I can't believe you're like that. Well, actually, I can, because I'm used to it by now. Of course you think that. Of course you feel that way. And thus we come to the end. Nah. Nah, I don't think it's possible for me to be surprised anymore. Not by you. Not after all the many things you have said. All the many things. Dun 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 dun. I think it looks all nice and neat. And there's. Go enjoy your Dobby story, eh? Ho ho ho. You're going to go enjoy Dobby, I see. Eh. Honestly, good for you. Eh, eh, eh. A holy woman? Oh, sure, I definitely believe you. Definitely. I don't believe you. Holy terror, maybe. Huh. Go enjoy your man. Alright, you go have fun with Dobby. I'm gonna have a third piece of chocolate and then I'm gonna cut myself off. And I have no idea what we're having for dinner. Honestly. Period. Don't know what we're having. I suppose we could have pizza. Bye! We can always talk on Discord. Bye. Yes. Goodbye.